This time, I would like to introduce about 12 animes that can be completed in a single season. But some of them are only completed when you watch both anime series and a movie. So, I would appreciate it if you could ignore the detail. Violet Evergarden is a story about an emotionless girl, Violet, who searches for the meaning of words told to her by her loved one and comes to know love. The drawing is amazing. The production team has transcended the human ability by producing 13 episodes of this story, keeping the drawing talent. The story gets more interesting and deeper with each episode, and you will want to see more. There is an original video of anime and a movie as an extra feature. Well, the lack of consistency in the story and comedy tends to make the atmosphere a little depressed, but I think it's good to see an anime that makes you cry super hard. Angel Beats is a story about boys and girls who fight for revenge against God in the afterlife, where people who have died with regrets are sent. It is a masterpiece with laughter and tears. Each character has a story to tell, and the voice actors are gorgeous and excellent. All the music was great, including the opening and closing Girls' Dead Monster songs. The last part of the film is quite rushed, so please, try to follow along. A place further than the universe. Just looking at it makes my heart dance. It is a story about a group of high school students with various problems who go to the South Pole to want to change something. It is a work that will make you so drawn into it that you will know it is a good work just by watching one episode. And every episode has its own highlights to help you digest your own problems, filling you with a sense of satisfaction. Erased is a work that can take the top spot in the one-season anime category. The main character, an unsuccessful manga author, experiences a mysterious phenomenon called revival, in which time is rewound to just before something bad happens and repeated over and over again until the cause is eliminated. However, the story is about an incident that happens one day that leads to a big change. There are some tricks in the opening. Things don't go as expected, and there is a sense of tension throughout the entire work. There are heart-wrenching developments, but the focus is on the story as a human drama, and the ending music has a warmth that touches the heart. If you know the meaning of the title and the gradually changing font, you can feel what the main character really cherished. There is also a side story that has not been made into an anime, but if you are interested in it, please check it out! Decadence is a meta-anime. Many years have passed since the human race was on the verge of extinction, and people have been living in Decadence, a mobile fortress 3,000 meters high. The story is about a young girl, Natsume, who dreams of warrior gear to fight the threatening creatures, meets an unsociable armored repairman, Kaburaki, and this encounter develops into a situation that will greatly shake the future. Please watch it till the end. It will be super interesting. The setting may be hard to grasp in the beginning when the meta development starts, but it becomes easier to understand as the story progresses, and since it is a science fiction fantasy, I think it is quite easy to get into. VIVI is the story of VIVI, an AI-equipped robot that works at an amusement park. One day, an AI named Matsumoto from the future appears, and together, they work to correct history and stop a war between AI and humans that will take place 100 years from now. While the worldview is a grand science fiction work, the content is not difficult, and the tempo is good, making it a well-balanced work. The music sung by VIVI is produced by the artist who was in charge of the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, and the Monogatari series has a grand and tragic melody that is very impressive. In Iroduku, The World in Colors, the main character Hitomi Tsukishiro, a descendant of a family of wizards, loses her color vision at an early age and becomes a child with little emotion. Her grandmother, a great wizard, is worried about her future and uses magic to send Hitomi back to the year 2018. The artwork is beautiful from beginning to end. As you would expect from PA Works, the artist in charge of Charlotte and Angel Beats. Before I watched it, I thought it would be a fantasy with a lot of magic, but the main focus is on youth, and the magic is just a part of the everyday life. Naturally, the story and music are good, but it is more the pictures and colors that captivate me. At the time of its broadcast, there were quite a few strong competitors such as Goblin Slayer, so it didn't get much attention, but I'm glad to see it is gradually gaining recognition. You should watch Beyond the Boundary if you love cute girls wearing glasses. In a world where there are humans with special abilities called Spirit World Warrior and those that harm humans called Yomu. One day, Akihito Kanbara, a half-demon, meets a girl Mirai Kuriyama who is about to jump off a rooftop. Kuriyama is the last survivor of a family with cursed blood among the Spirit World Warriors, and their encounter changes the world. The opening song was divine. Kuriyama is so cute, and the worldview was very mysterious, with glimpses of dark and serious in the midst of battles, laughter, and romance. And as expected of Kyoto Animation, the drawing ability was amazing as well as the music. Incidentally, there are also movies and original video of anime, so those who were not satisfied with the TV broadcast version may be relieved with side extra features a little. Terror in Resonance, the story of a large-scale bombing that hit Tokyo one summer day. The perpetrators of the incident that put this peaceful country out of sleep are a pair of boys who call themselves Sphinx. And a grand game involving all of Japan is about to begin. The catchphrase of the film is "Pull the trigger on this world." And according to the director, this is an original anime created around the idea of what they would do if a terrorist attack were to happen in Japan, even though there are terrorist attacks happening all over the world. The tension and disturbing background music add depth to the story, and I felt that it accentuated the lives of the main characters. At the end of the story, the relationships that have been built up a bit and the meaning of Vaughn are eye-opening. Plastic Memories, a future world where emotionally rich and human-like android has become widespread. Since android that has passed its support limit time becomes quite bad, there is a terminal service. And this is a near-future romantic comedy work about the main character who works there with a clunky android. It just makes you cry. It is a classic storyline that you can guess its ending yourself. But it is an original anime of 13 episodes by the scriptwriter who supervised the Steins Gate scenario, so you should definitely watch it. The heroine is cute, and the terminal service is full of nice people who will bring you tears and, of course, laughter. The delicate and fragile music is heartbreaking, and the lyrics and melodies are truly captivating. Odd Taxi is terrific! This anime is best seen without prior information. The odd cab driver Odukawa takes only peculiar customers, and his life is supposed to be ordinary. The story is that a casual conversation with a customer eventually leads to a missing girl. Looking at the character design, I thought it was going to be a light comedy or human drama, but it turned out to be a suspense. The development and tempo of the story were good until the last episode, and above all, the way paying off the foreshadowing was great. The use of celebrities as voice actors was a great way to incorporate comedy into the anime. And personally, I found all of the characters, except for one person, to fit in just fine. To be honest, the last scene made me a bit questionable, but since it was an introduction to the movie version and you only need to watch the last 10 minutes of the movie, you can let it go, as it was completed in one season. And as an extra, please allow me to talk about Katana Gatari. This work is a one-season anime, but it's quite strange. It is actually a 2-season anime, with 12 episodes of about 50 minutes each. The drawings are a little quirky, but they are quite compatible in representing the unique worldview, and it is based on the story by Nishio Ishin of the Monogatari series. So if you like it, please watch it!